Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Melanie and I am super jazzed to be here as always. Today we are actually going to be talking all things Tamtara. Now it is the spring of 2021, and I guess by spring I mean it is February, so we are about half a month away from March, which to me is springtime, go time here on the property. We start seeds inside in our zone, and for our last frost date on March 15th. So this month I've been working really hard on getting our indoor seed starting station set up so that we can be good to go right out of the gate come March 15th and not do what we ended up doing last year, which is not getting some of our plants into the ground until like end of June. So as I sat down at my computer, excited to share that vlog with you and walk you guys through the process of Tamtara's indoor seed starting ventures for 2021, I realized that I have not released a Tamtara vlog since I think maybe springtime, summertime at least, of 2020. That is a long time to just drop an entire series, so that's my apologies, but I do think it was kind of important for me to reevaluate what type of vlogs I was going to be doing for the channel. So I just wanted to take a second to explain some of the issues I was running into. Fact of the matter is when you are on a homestead or you are farming, one project can take anywhere between one day and like a month. So a lot of the footage I have is collected over an entire month of doing different projects around the yard. Now, I don't know why, but I got it into my head that when I did a vlog, I should start and finish one project in a vlog. And I have now come to realize that that is just never going to work. I will never release any vlogs because there are multiple projects that we started in the spring of 2020 that are nowhere near completion, and it is almost an entire year later. That is not for a lack of trying, it's just the way priorities go when you are on acreage and you have a lot of things going on. I didn't want to just jump right into the spring 2021, starting the garden, doing our seeds, getting the greenhouse ready to go, because I don't feel like it's like a fair representation of the amount of effort that went into last spring to get us to where we are, to be able to have a good foot forward like we do have for the spring of 2021. Last year, I had every intention of having all of our seeds started inside. I wanted to be able to have our stuff into the dirt right after the last frost date and produce a large amount of food. Now, if you guys don't know this, last year was my first year back out on our family property, Tamtara, since I was 17, so it's been a hot minute since I have been home. I have also not had multiple garden beds full of food to plant and take care of ever before. I am by no means an expert gardener. I don't have years of experience of balcony gardening or different kinds of gardening in the city to get me prepared to do something on this scale. Last year was my first year really putting both hands in the dirt and like thinking I was gonna get a garden out of it all. Now, we also inherited a lot of seeds that we had to go through and test germination for, which really messed up a lot of our seed starting inside. We also didn't have any kind of lights or heating germination pads, and it was just all kind of in the window seeing what stuck. So we had a lot of seeds passed down to us from my grandfather, my mom's dad. There was a lot of like survival packages of beans and such. We spent probably a good 2 afternoons, I'll show you the footage if I can find it, 2-3 afternoons of just filtering through all of these different seeds and trying to see if any of them were actually going to germinate. Now, unfortunately, we did end up wasting a lot of time on seeds that just were not going to produce anything. Some things just aren't meant to be. Some of those seeds we had to say goodbye to, but I wanted to show you guys that spring of 2020, I had all of these magical intentions of producing so much food here on the property, and this is what the beginning of our vlogging Tamtara gardening journey actually looked like. Showing you this footage is important to me so that you guys see how little experience I actually have, and I guess some of the failure that have led to the decisions we're making this year around, and why I've put so much time and energy into our seed starting station for 2021's growing season, because my 2020 growing season wasn't actually so hot. Now, where I am in the world, I am in the North Okanagan. We are also up in the mountains, so we've got the elevation to contend with. We do not have an extremely long growing season. We also had to figure out our growing zone because last year I miscalculated all of that information. So it's just important to me to show you guys some of our projects from last spring. Before any plants were involved in the spring of 2020, we built 5 garden beds. We built 2 herb garden beds that you guys have seen in the vlogs I did around our oregano and lemon balm harvest, as well as we built 2 beds that are closer to our in-ground gardens on the perimeter of our 1 acre that is fenced off from the wild. So we built 2 beds over there that we had squashes in last year, as well as I believe some beans that we started way too late but just wanted to give them a go and see if they grew. And then we also built a smaller round garden bed as well as a lettuce bed that is tucked behind our doghouse to kind of protect it from the heat so we could have lettuce throughout the heat of the summer. So we ended up building 5 garden beds in, I believe it was April, May of last year, so that we could even have places to grow. So we spent a lot of our time, a lot of our prep time, a lot of time that you want to be spending in the greenhouse or transplanting or up potting your little starts and actually gardening, we spent building the infrastructure of our gardens. We also spent a significant amount of our time in the spring when there was still snow on the ground fixing, updating, cleaning, painting, and installing windows into our greenhouse structure. That is still not finished. We need to finish painting the exterior as well as painting the interior, washing some windows, and finish up the cedar trimming for the entire greenhouse before we can use it for this spring. So that is a project that needs to get finished before all the snow is gone so that we can harden off our plants that we're starting in our seed starting station inside. We want to be able to harden them off in the greenhouse so that we can have them in ground and used of the temperatures, etc., well before we are, into way past our last frost day. So it's important to get that project done, but I do want to show you the beginning of the project and kind of, like I said, get you guys caught up on all of the stuff you might be missing. So I told you about all of our garden-related projects, which would be the greenhouse and physically building all of our garden beds, but we also had several other projects take up a significant amount of our time last summer. We built an outdoor kitchen. Mom finished some construction on existing sheds with roofs, etc. So those were just the main garden projects that were taking place. We had a lot of other things on the go, like bush clearing, firewood, and just the general maintenance that comes with having 56 acres of forest that you're trying to slowly chip away at developing. It's a huge part, and I want to mention this in this video, it's a huge part of why I want to do Tamtara vlogs. It's really cool because homesteading is in such is such a focus in a lot of people's lives right now, but we've had this property since I was like 11. So we've been slowly chipping away and developing and putting in garden beds and maintaining trails and dreaming the dreams, right? Imagining all of the different things we can do on the property, and my mom has done so much with this space. It's like unrecognizable from when we moved here, and it's beautiful, and I'm so happy and blessed that she has worked so hard because it makes my life really a lot easier. I get to show up, and she's put so much effort in already that I get to kind of take the proverbial torch and do my best to add and continue growing the property with her and for future generations or whatever happens in the future. I can't think about having kids yet, but I know one day I might, so it's cool. It really starts to feel like our family property, like a legacy when I think about it that way. Mom has done beautiful, beautiful work here, and I'm honored to get to also steward and take care of the land to the best of my ability, which is why these Tamtara vlogs are important to me. They're important to me to share with other people our journey. It's important for me to put this all out there and show you that I am by no means a expert farmer, and if I think that I can try and figure it out and do it, I hope it helps show other people that they can also put some plants in the ground and hope for the best. And I think it's just great momentum for the cause, for things like regenerative farming, homesteading, closing the loops on our consumerism, and becoming more self-sufficient and more self-reliant. And it also ties in heavily to my spiritual practice. I want to bring life to the world. I want to add and create and help and nurture our planet, and do that the best way I can. I want to build up the soil. I want to help nature, you know, like it's so wholesome, and it touches and connects so many different aspects of my life. And I'm very just happy that I found my way home back to Tamtara, and that I have really realized that it feeds my soul to create this type of homestead. It feeds my soul to share it with people, and it makes me really excited and happy to see that other people really like these things too. So there's many reasons I started Tamtara vlogs. I want to be able to share and learn from other people in this community, but I also want to keep a record of the development of the property. Going back through this footage that I'm sharing with you guys today was really cool, because it's the dead of February. It is so wintry out there right now. We've got like 3 feet of snow. When I look at this footage, it is so lush and so green, it kind of blows my mind that it's the same acreage. It helps me appreciate the seasons when we're in them and look forward to the spring planting season ahead. I hope that this kind of glimpse back in time at the spring of 2020 and the effort and the intention that I had started to lay, and that Mom has been laying here on this property for years, has really culminated in us getting our shit together in 2021 and really starting to move forward with developing the acreage and move forward with our homesteading dreams, and really just owning and embracing that and stepping into it a little bit more. It is a great way to document the projects we've done. I would have forgotten that I built garden beds last spring. It kind of just slips out of your mind when you have a really long to-do list, and it's these vlogs, at least for myself, and I know for my mom as well, are a great way to look back and remind ourselves that, like, oh, I guess we did do like a lot this summer. We did get some things done. We did check some stuff off of that list. Even though the list always has more added on to it, these vlogs allow us some perspective and like, wow, we built a lot of stuff. We laid down a good foundation to help ensure that we're going to have good growing seasons to come. So each year is a progression. You build upon the foundation you laid the year before. Everything comes in seasons. It's humbling as all hell, and I'm so excited to get back into being more committed in sharing these vlogs with you and documenting the projects that we do. As opposed to trying to clump all of my projects into singular vlogs, it's going to be a lot more day-to-day kind of, this is what we got done on this project, and then jumping over to another project. I'm not going to be able to vlog from start to finish every project every time, so you guys are going to just have to subscribe so that you can see the completion of all the projects I get going and all of the scatteredness all over the property. Now that you guys are all caught up on our progress thus far, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can stay tuned with all of our fun and exciting developments here on the property. I am very jazzed to be back into the swing of things. I am excited to get my hands in the dirt. I am excited to start gardening. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the garden beds we built. I would love to hear your plans for your garden in this coming growing season. I cannot wait to get it going. I love you all. Live long and prosper. Thanks for being here, and I will see you very shortly with another video. Bye-bye!